As if there weren't already a ton of built-in lifecycle events with Callbox, you also have the ability to create your own custom events, just in case you need something more specific to your application's needs. The process for writing your own custom events is pretty close to what we learned about in the previous video. We can build on top of that info and make our own custom events from there. Back in our Callbox CFC config file, we've got our interceptors array that we made in the last video, or that we talked about rather. Up above that, we've got the interceptor settings structure, and inside there is the key custom interception points. It's currently blank, but we can put a comma-separated list of any custom events we want our app to announce inside here. So basically just make up a new event name that's not already being used by Callbox, say something like upload photo, for example. I would just go in here and type upload photo, and that's my custom event name. And just like we did with the baked-in lifecycle events, we can use the interception service and register our custom events from code running in, say, the handlers or model files. It works pretty much the same way. You call append interception points, pass in the name of your event, so we'd use upload photo in this case, reload your application, and you're all set. This does the same job as the interceptor settings struct we looked at in the Callbox CFC config file, only now you're doing it from code, just like we did in the previous video where we showed two ways you can add interception points that are baked into Callbox, both in the Callbox CFC or with the interception service file. You can do the same thing with custom events. Add them in your Callbox CFC file or use the interceptor service and load them that way. So you come up with a name for your new custom event and put it in either your Callbox config file or you use interception service and register it that way. Then you use the custom event just like you do the built-in ones. Write a method with the same name as that event and you're done, just like we do with the built-in events. So here we've got our interceptor file. Actually, we've got our Callbox CFC file with upload photo as the name of our custom interception. And now we have our interceptor file. And you can see in here, we have our custom method called, you guessed it, upload photo. And at any time the upload photo event is announced in our app, this code will automatically run. When you're dealing with baked-in events, Callbox announces them as they happen. So for example, you write your post event handler, and Callbox takes care of making sure the post event message is broadcasted so your method can run when appropriate. When it's a custom event, you have to write the code to announce that message yourself at the various places in your app where you want it to be announced. Let's reference our upload photo example again. Here on my user details form, we've updated the form to include an image called headshot. You can see it in the middle of my screen. And we want the upload photo event to get announced when that photo is uploaded. Back here in our handler, you can see my save code that runs after someone fills in all the fields on that form and tries to save a user detail record into the system. That fires off this save event in our user's handler. As you can see, we've got the announce interception method in that code to announce the event. You just pass in the name of the event, and the interceptor with that name will run just like the built-in ones do. And as your app grows in complexity, if you have other places in your app where photos are also uploaded, just call the same announce interception method there too, and the same interceptor will run anywhere in your app that photos are uploaded. Here's the documentation for the announce interception method that we looked at just a minute ago. Here's an example of how we called it in our code. You just say announce interception and pass it the name of the event you want to broadcast. I can also announce that event and then pass in properties, set them to different values as part of that announcement, and then that data will be broadcasted along with the, in this case, the onLog event throughout my application. So if I need data to come along with the fact that the onLog message was announced, I can put that data here as a structure inside that announce interception method when it's called, and all of this data will be sent along with the onLog message. I can also announce things with the interception service. Call get interception service, interceptor service rather, process state. Here's the name of the event, and there's a struct that would actually have the same data that we have up here in our announce interception method. I'm just doing it with the process state method inside interceptor service instead. So all three of these are different ways you can announce your custom interception events anywhere in your Callbox application. Custom events can be a really great way to add chunks of business logic that you need to run in lots of places across your app. Every time a photo gets uploaded, for example, or every time a PDF gets created, every time a certain type of user logs in, or whatever else your app might need. You can handle these chunks of functionality by using custom events and interceptions in your Coalbox applications. More info on custom events is available here at the online documentation, coalbox.ortusbooks.com.